Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lights Out Racing Round 9. This is the Assist 2 division in Lights Out Racing. We have full 20 drivers on the grid. They are in their pit boxes right now. They're fitting their setups for Park for May, deciding what tires to go on, how much fuel they want to carry, and they are now heading out on the track over the next 18 minutes, 16 and a half minutes right now on the clock. They will do their best to set the fastest laps as they can in order to qualify high up on the grid. Position is crucial in the race. They'll want to do well today. Today I am joined by Biggles, the man from down under. How are you doing today, Biggles?
I'm doing great, thank you. Good day. And g'day to everybody. It's great to be back in Austin, Texas. I feel like I was just here a few days ago.
And yes, we were. This is going to be the final United States race that we have. This is the final division to race in LOR before we head to Hanoi, Vietnam for Saturday's race. But these drivers will have been practicing. There'll be a few familiar faces if you've been watching our previous streams, but also a number of new faces as well on the grid. Season 2 is right around the corner, starting 2 weeks from now. So there's going to be a lot of drivers who are joining up, trying to get to ready themselves up for the start of next season as well. But of course, we also have a good title race right now. Mikal in the Mercedes there. He is leading the championship over Freeware and Chenge. Both of those drivers are racing today, and they'll want to close those gaps. Second and third place are tied at 104 points, and then a good gap back to Duck Lovers in fourth. But the top three are pretty solidified, but they'll definitely want to do their best in order to be on the top step at the end of the season.
Certainly. We've had a shout out there already on Twitch. Thank you for joining there. Pile of Garbage #1 fan is back. So let's see where's Pile of Garbage currently in the standings at the moment?
Pile of Garbage is currently 18th. 18th in the standings. So not super hot. Of course, he didn't join at the very start of the season, but had a tough 3-race run of DNFs over the middle of the season and has been struggling to recover since then. But done much better recently. We'll see if he can continue to improve his upward trajectory today at the Circuit of the Americas.
Yep, there's also a shout out there from Pile of Garbage girlfriend. So he's got a #1 fan and a girlfriend. I already give him shout outs. So.
I wonder if those two have to fight over who's actually #1. I feel there might be some argument there. Could be wrong.
Yeah, well, welcome. We already have 18 people watching the stream. That's good. That's shout out. How many safety cars do you predict in this?
I'll give 2. We had one last week. 1 or 2. Obviously, that's a little cheating, but I don't think I think it's more difficult to have a safety car come out here in Austin. So, as we have our first lap by Cynthia as a 1:33.9, and that is quickly replaced by Seamus, my apologies, and then quite quickly put aside by Swifty 1:31.6. We did see, if I'm not mistaken, some 1:30s on Tuesday. So these drivers definitely have over a second to improve by the top times that we've seen in the league already.
Swifty just sets the fastest lap now, putting his foot down. I'm sure Mikhail's going to be ready to respond to that, as we've seen Mikhail's been very fast in the past.
And Pile of Garbage sets a time of 1:3.26 up to P2. Provisional front row for now, but I would be surprised if he doesn't improve and be surprised if someone else doesn't beat him to it. Looks like a number of drivers are trying for the medium, and that there are really 2 strategies, well, 3 I suppose, that are viable. You can go soft hards, but I think that's the slowest of the 3 strategies. The fastest is medium hards, and then also a second fastest option is a 2-stop, soft mediums, and that might be worth a risk if you can maybe gamble on an early safety car to help you out.
or even a virtual safety car. Yeah.
But
And once again, I think as you mentioned earlier, you have been to this track before, right? On a couple of occasions.
yes, I have. It is it's a pretty exciting track. They have a little karting circuit right outside the front of the track. That is a little bit of it's fun to drive around with some friends if you have the
You,
chance.
you did the karting yourself?
Yes, yes.
Oh, good. And where did you finish up?
Well, it was tough. So many people were crashing that it was hard to get any good laps in because they would yellow flag, you know, every time someone spun around. Too many bad drivers out there.
Yeah, yeah. American drivers, right?
That's right. That is correct.
Just puns.
All right. Trying to look. Let's go on board here with Enoch. He going a bit wide there through the S's. Very tricky. That's part of the track where if you get one section wrong, it ruins the entire lap. Bit hesitant with these medium tires. He is a fresh face to all you guys. He is signed up for Season 2 and has taken a reserve role for this race today. We'll see how he does. Keep an eye on him in the McLaren. I don't think I mentioned this, but Mikau, for some reason, retired from qualifying. So I do not know exactly what is going on. Yoda is also having connection issues, so both of those drivers who are favorites to win the race.
He is in Australia. Probably some dingo's probably chewing on his internet connection cable again. It tends to happen a bit. So he's probably gone outside to kind of just, shoo the dingo away and then try to fix the cable. So
Are you allowed to shoot dingoes?
Shoo the dingo away,
Oh,
not
well,
shoot. Yeah, just like shoo, get out of here, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not how we do it in America.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a disconnection from Steam, so maybe there are others as well.
Yes, so
Yeah.
I did as well.
Yeah, it looks like the Steam is doing its update. Well, thankfully, it's at the very start of qualifying and not during the race.
That is.
So there you go. Apologies out there for all the Pyle fans. Pyle's #1 fan, Pyle's girlfriend. The Jenny Rell also loves Pyle. Private Vega, sorry. Best driver in the grid. Geez, Pyle Garbage has a lot of fans. Must have like a video screen set up in some sort of like outdoor entertainment area with all these people watching.
All right. Well, I will need to set up a new lobby here in a second. Fortunately, it looked like we had some significant. If you could let them know, I will get a new lobby up in a moment. Sorry, guys, for everyone watching. We've been rather fortunate. This is the first time it's happened to us so far in the new game. We are, this used to be a pretty common occurrence in Formula 1 2019.
It does occur actually in Tuesday afternoons, Mondays afternoons for a maintenance, I believe it occurs, but that's generally around 3 or 4 o'clock Eastern. So at this time, generally never occurs when a lot of people lose connection to Steam.
All right. Well, you guys will get to enjoy to see your favorite drivers start qualifying once more.
Yeah, they get a couple more laps now, but thankfully we didn't lose that many, so we won't lose that much time. Obviously, be delayed a little bit, but you'd rather disconnections to occur now than during a race.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, let's check. I can join off somebody else here.
Looks like we have a couple drivers who joined the chat as well.
All right, so we've got. We're just getting the drivers back in here, everybody. So you have to bear with us. There was a network error too on the Steam, on the Twitch feed. So you might want to restart that if you can.
The Twitch feed is live. You guys.
It could just be me actually because.
You guys, is the stream okay for you guys? Just wanted to double check.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Glad to hear it.
I lost all the chats.
All right, thank you guys. I'm glad to hear it. Obviously, it's a Steam issue, not my internet, which is always good to
No,
hear.
yeah. Once you have like a bunch of people retiring at once, it's definitely an issue. With
I
the server.
paid too much money for my internet for it to. That's the problem with
Let's all
no.
get
That's
him
the
on
problem with no
phone. Let's all
competition. No competition.
hashtag Ezzy9time complain internet.
Yeah, I need you guys to donate so I can afford this internet. But I'm just joking.
Well, maybe you need if you get all pile of garbage as fans.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, we have still missing some drivers. Hopefully, we don't have a bunch of people still happily chugging in some laps on the old lobby, and everyone's moving over. It's always a problem. Well, Elon Musk, you should be able to afford that pretty easily. So I expect some memberships from you.
We have Elon Musk in the house, do we? Oh yeah.
But it's
Welcome,
it's
Elon.
it's his cousin from the Ozarks, Elon Muskrat.
Yeah. Send a couple of Teslas this way as well. In fact, send us a couple of rockets from your space program this way. That would be even better.
I'm not sure what I'd do with it though. That's the problem.
Just admire it, put it in your backyard, and then have your friends come over and as you have a barbecue and just go, "Wow, you have a rocket in the back in your backyard. You weren't kidding." Be good bragging.
There are so many things wrong with what you just said, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Well,
okay, fair enough.
I don't think the HOA is too happy about structures built.
I was gonna say
in
you have a rocket in your
backyards.
pocket, but it's good.
All right, just waiting a few more drivers. Who's missing here?
Pile of glue is a Formula 3 test driver. Good job, then. Glad he gets the time to come and join Lights Out Racing.
Pile of garbage.
He must be sandbagging as well, I think.
Is he not in? There he is.
TikToker, keep an eye out for one of your trademark recovery drives. Okay. You jolt that one down on the notepad. Did you hear that there, Ezzy?
I did.
Dick Tucker is going to have the recovery drive. Another one, shall we say. Not
That's
just
another
one.
guy.
Another one.
That's another.
So we have 15.
Yeah, a couple more. I just realized.
Still reconnecting. I think Mikhail's got that. He's fixing his cable. Is he back in? Yes, he is. So he shooed the dingo away. He's fixed the cable. Good job. Back in, ready to race for the fellow Aussies. It's only just himself and me and myself that are Aussies. Although I'm not racing.
No.
I sit in the comfortable, air-conditioned control booth this evening. Not down in the pit lane as you usually do. Put me.
It's middle of the summer. You gotta have AC, especially in Texas. Goodness gracious, it's humid out today. All right, we might just have to start back up here. I'll give it another minute or two. A few more drivers.
Yeah, I wonder if they can they join during the qualifying session? Or
Yeah, they can, but they obviously won't be able to qualify. There's 2 more drivers we're waiting for.
Big Puppy was P4 until the lobby reset, was he? Okay, good job, Big Puppy. Well, Big Puppy can do it once, Big Puppy can do it twice. Why would you have to do a recovery drive there too, though, TikTok? Are you assuming that you're not going to be qualifying on the top of the grid? That'd be interesting. You're going to be sandbagging?
All right. He's
Could,
already. He's
probably.
just making sure everyone's in here. I'm pretty sure he's in here. Maybe not.
Yeah, we've fixed 16 in the lobby. We might have to start going soon.
Yeah. Oops.
Hmm.
Couple more people who I'm waiting for, but we'll tell them they're ready up here.
All the pile of garbage's fans are gonna run out of. Have to run to the shops and pick up some more beer. At this rate.
So I heard a story that in Australia, for some of the big races, they had alcohol limits, so people would go buy a bunch of beer and bury it a week before the race, and then when the race happened, they walk through the gates with their limited amount and then dig up.
I wouldn't imagine they could bring it into the thing because usually you'd have vendors that would sell it.
Well,
Maybe they would restrict how much they would sell to each people. But yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, definitely I would not put that past an Australian, and I would probably do it myself. That's for sure.
What is the popular beer in Australia? Is there a local brand?
Yeah, there is state to state. It depends. In Queensland, it's 4X. In Victoria, it's Victoria Better. You'd have to ask Macau what it is in New South Wales. There's generally some other ones. It's not the Fosters. Nobody drinks Fosters in Australia. If you do drink Fosters in Australia, somebody generally come up to you and say, "So where are you from?"
Foster's.
Because obviously, yeah, you wouldn't be an Australian drinking. And the first time I've ever seen somebody drink Fosters was when I was went to the States and I was in New York and I saw a guy buying Fosters and I was like, "Wow, people buy that." Drink. It's not a bad beer, but we just don't drink it.
What's the problem with it?
Sorry?
What's the problem with it?
Nothing. It's just an average beer.
Okay.
It's just not as popular as the other ones.
All right, we are ready to go. It's here. If you take a shot every time you take a corner, there's 20 corners at the Circuit of America. I believe there's 28 laps.
I think all the Pile of Garbage fans all need to take a shot together.
So 20 times 28, you're looking at 560, I think. No, more than that for sure. Yeah, the 560. That's right. I think that's right.
I think they'll start talking to us like this by the end.
No, there would be silence due to the.
Like that by the end. That's how they'll start speaking on the keyboard to us on Twitch.
Is that so? That might be true. All right, we are back. It was overcast, but that's what it is.
Oh yeah.
I remember it being sunny, but I could be wrong.
That was before the 3 beers you just had. So.
I just have water, unfortunately. All right. Well, thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Apologize for that. Out of our control, unfortunately, is what happens due to the. You spend $60 for a game, and you expect to have some crippling bugs to spoil your evening. So, all in a day's work.
Now I have to put all the names back in the telemetry. Thank you very much, there, Codemasters or Steam, whoever. It could be Steam issue actually, rather than Codemasters.
So Marksy is saying that Foster's is coffee.
It is?
Wow. I believe it is coffee in the United States.
Well, you wake up in the morning and you have a Foster's before you get to
I believe
school
that
or
is
uni
correct,
or
but different names for different things.
That'll work. I could do that.
I should say same names for different things. All right. Well, we have drivers back out on the track. That's what we wanted.
You get to chew through some more tires. Obviously now it's a little colder.
We are missing.
Temperature 17, track 25.
We are still missing one driver. Not sure who it is. Hopefully they will join at some point.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We actually got 20. And hopefully we'll get 20 at least by the start of the race. Maybe Dick Tucker, you wanted to retire and work your way through the field. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Give us some good racing.
That's who it was. I believe it was Pereginator, who has just withdrawn from the cave and realized no one else was around.
He might have just turned off
Yeah.
his phone and disconnected everything, and then put the headphones on and started listening to some Rick Ashley or something.
Yep, he is joined.
I have to put all the names back in there. So apologies to anybody typing on Twitch. I'll get to you in a minute when I type in these 20 names.
All right. We are back. Dick Tucker's the first to be setting a lap in the Ferrari. Overcast skies will obviously lower the times that we'll see on the qualifying boards. You have less heat on the track, less grip with these tires. But it should still be pretty competitive, since that would affect all drivers fairly equally. So we have a yellow. It's just a Williams, it looks like, who is off the side letting people past. DRS.
And now I suggest you get out early, right, and get a banker in, just in case, like on those soft tires. Take care of them towards the end in case that is your fastest lap. That's generally what I would do, but generally I can't even get around a track without crashing out. So
Yeah.
these drivers do a lot better than I do.
All right. And Dick Tucker is, well, was held up just slightly by that Mercedes. But we'll cross the line. 1:35. That's a good time. Put back where he set off. And let us see who else is out on a lap. Mikau once again retires. I sure hope we're not seeing a replay.
Another dingo probably eating a cable. He's probably got a ton of them right now. Come on. I'm going to get that anti-dingo alarm that I told you to buy.
Now it looks like Pile of Garbage is just starting his lap. There's smoke coming out the back of his car. I hope that's just a feature and not a bug. Nope, he has backed out. So 132.5. I guess that I mistook that he had already done a lap.
Rez has just said, "Send it, AJ. You got it, bro." Good banker from Dick. Oh, we got some fellow commentating from Rez. Keep us informed if we miss any of the action.
As Enoch gets very squirrely with his car, manages to recover well. Looks like 12 drivers at a time, and we have a good spread. Most people going for softs. So I'd expect nearly everyone to stay on softs. Or set in a fast time with softs, as we have another yellow flag. Looks like it might be a Red Bull.
Almost getting all the names typed in. Getting down to Macau right now in 17th place, who, as you said, DNF'd.
Is that rain I'm seeing?
I'll give you a weather forecast in a minute.
No, I don't think it is. I thought it might have been, but it does not appear that it's rain. As Enoch at the very last corner disqualifies his time and will go into the pits. All right. Everyone has had their first go at it so far, it appears.
Banker?
Yep. You usually don't see super fast times, decent times the first lap, but my strategy has always been don't be too crazy with the car on lap 1. Make sure to get 1 lap in before you head into a wall accidentally. And then after,
what sort of time are you expecting? What sort of time do you do when we're around this track?
A time that I do and the time that I should be expecting from these top drivers are 2 different numbers, unfortunately. But
I think you're talking yourself down.
No. So I would expect probably Dick Tucker's time is very good, but I would expect probably 134s. Sorry, yeah, 130.4s, maybe even less than that. But not to put away from Dick Tucker, but that's pretty good. I'm trying to remember what Ize set on Tuesday. I believe it was a 132, or was it in the 129s? I cannot exactly remember, unfortunately.
Anybody out there on Twitch, if you remember, please shout out.
I'd have to look, but I don't have that information. Is that 30.1?
30.1,
Okay,
Rez said,
that sounds about right. As Duck,
oh, 132, he says. There you go. Thank you, Rez.
it couldn't have been a 132 because
That's Dick Tucker. I should say 132. How are you driving and typing there, Dick Tucker? We know that picks up a fine. You lose your supervisor score.
I'm gonna double check to make sure he's not with on AI.
Yeah.
Seems fine.
Well, he said he invalidated that lap there at the moment, even though he does have the fastest lap. Someone's going to check. Rez is going to check it for you. So good on you, Rez.
Uh-oh.
That level is
See that's some, guys. Just a word of advice to all you people watching. Never admit you break the rules in writing. Don't admit to a crime through text, as we just saw there by Dick Tucker. Just.
It looks like Duck Lovers is actually gonna. Oh, is he P8? Yeah, Duck Lovers. He's something fastest
He's
sector.
Is he? Let me go down to him.
Where is he? Coming around the final corner. I think telemetry
Yep.
might be a little bit.
He is going into there. You're all right, Dick Tucker. We recommend you not be with AI, especially when you're out on the track, but if necessary, you can, obviously, your AI can block another driver on track and you would be responsible for it. So just a thing to be aware of. Thank you very much for the follow, Thugzera. Is it Thugzera or Thugzera? I apologize for my mispronunciation. I hope it's Thugzera because that's a
Give us a shout
that's a
out
good
there,
name.
Thug. Who's your driver? Maybe perhaps another pile of garbage fan. We'll have to see. But it's good to see fans of these drivers supporting them. My telemetry is a little date out there. I want to see if Swifty can improve the P5. It looked like he set a personal best in the first sector. Second sector times I'm not getting. My hack into the FIA is failed. He's boxing anyway. Yeah, my hack into the FIA is not working quite well at the moment.
Didn't work well last time either.
Yeah, maybe they caught on to the Biggles and he's hacking.
They got some internet security. Do you have any?
Get in there, Lewis.
Thank
Awesome
you,
race there,
oh
mate.
boy, for the subscription. Appreciate it. Get in there, Lewis. Get in there, Lewis. All right, Chenge improves his time just a touch. Now that is an achievement. We get a follow from the #1 fan, and I think that's when you know you've made it.
Yep, that's true.
I'll take that. Freeware says a 134. Dick Tucker is going to have to improve. He doesn't seem like he wants to with putting on the medium tires in the pits, but he'll need to definitely. Marksy Farts, thank you very much as well. So, assist 2, that just means it's our second assist tier. We have assist 1 who races on Saturdays, and assist 2 that races on Thursdays, and then we have a non-assist that races on Tuesdays. That is for the rest. That's the format that will be taking place for the rest of this season. Looks like Pile of Garbage is backing off.
Yeah, Dick Tucker just said mediums or bust, as Freeware has just probably might have just said, are you sure they're Dick Tucker about the mediums? Although he has set an outstanding pace there, but too cold.
Yep. So, but for season 2, which will be starting here on the 1st of September, we will be doing away with those and just have straight Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. Division 1 will be racing on Saturday, Division 2 on Thursday, and Division 3 on Tuesday. So we will hopefully be able to provide some very action-packed races.
Let's see what Sherlock Homeboy is going to start his out. No, he's and Pilot Garbage. Pilot Garbage, we're just about to give you a little shout out there for a second, but yeah, boxing as well. Back in P7, but still, I'm sure there's plenty more driving and lap times that Pyle could get. I'm really trying these horrible jokes, and we'll get it one day.
All right, 5 minutes left in qualifying. We shall see if any drivers can improve beyond the 134 or get up into the top 10.
I'm showing Sherlock Homeboy being AI as well too, so I hope he can get back there.
As Seamus gets into the top 10 with a 132.3. See if Duck Lover is able to improve. He's now out on the sauce. Threw away the medium tires, said enough with that. And he sets a 131 flat. And that's good enough for P4. But a half second back of Dick Tucker. They were very close last race between the two of them.
Now coming in around the final corners in the Ferrari. This is the yellow up ahead. He's got a clear track.
He's on an outlap though.
Yeah. All right.
So.
Yeah. Who's coming in here? About Big Puppy? Where's Big Puppy there? Outlap as well. All right. When you come across the line, AJ's further down the road. Swifty and Addy. They're all approaching the final sector now. So let's Seamus. Will Seamus be the first to cross the line here?
Seamus Biggles.
Seamus. It's got a
Don't embarrass the poor man.
It has an A in it. S-E-A. That's how you spell C.
I agree, but it's pronounced Seamus. He's Irish, I believe.
Okay. Sorry, Dan.
Yes, thank you.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah. So strategy for these drivers: if you're starting on the softs, you have 2 options. You can risk a 1-stopper with the softs to hards, and it's the slowest strategy. A 2-stopper.
Seamus is now going to cross the line. Couple of final corners there. What's he going to do? Luck of the Irish says, nope, I am going to box and put on fresh boots. We still have time to get another lap out.
The faster strategy is a 2-stop with a soft mediums. But with the overcast weather, that might mean that tires won't degrade as quickly. And you can squeak through a 1-stopper. Safety cars will also greatly affect the strategy of the drivers depending on when one comes out or if one does come out.
Invalidating their laps right now. The Duck Lovers are validated. Prodigy are validated. Dick Tucker validated. How about Sherlock Homeboy?
He's on an out lap right now.
Cynthia. What about Cynthia there? Out lap as well. Yeah, nobody's sending anything at the moment. I'm seeing reds all over the timings. So, red is bad. I'm sure everybody's aware of that.
Go on with AJ here. He is 0.2 up on his Sector 2 time. He'll need to improve that for sure. We'll see if he has it in him. P9 definitely needs to improve by 0.2 in order to get back up in above Pile of Garbage. See if he's able to do that. Last few corners. Nope, he decides that's not happening. Into the pits he goes. The other Williams is also finished. Disqualified his lap.
Yeah, a lot of disqualifications. So are we going to see the time penalties come into play? Do you need to get your calculator out? I'm going to get my calculator out and start working out the time penalties towards the end.
1 minute left in qualifying, so these drivers will need to be on an out lap right now in order to get a lap in before the end.
Yeah, I believe there's only about 5 drivers now remaining in the pits, maybe 6 or 7. It's like they're going to perhaps stay because they will not get enough time. Prodigy here. Where's Prodigy? He's going to be first to cross the line back in P16. Actually, on an out lap, he will cross the line and start his flying lap. Cynthia is going to cross the line on first. And Sherlock Homeboy right behind him. Sherlock's boxed, so Cynthia. Actually, Sherlock has crashed going into the pit lane entrance. Cynthia crosses the line. Will he improve? No, it does not improve. Yeah, Sherlock Homeboy had a bit of a crash going into the block. It looks
So
like garbage. Come on, Pyle. What are you going to do?
as I
28,
saw,
outlap.
he's on an outlap. As I saw, it's a tricky pit entrance there here at this track. Kind of uphill left-hander that you have to brake as you go up the hill and turn. As Enoch goes P10, improves 3/10, good for him.
Swifty does not improve, but go across the line in time for another lap. That'll be it. Addy, what can Addy do? Addy is in P13. What happened there? Addy's P14, actually. Where's my telemetry showing me that? It's not updated yet. What is going on?
Nice helmet that Pyle has on. It's a bit of a gold and light blue as Swifty retires. Happy with his P6. We'll see if he can hang on with that. Into Sector 2 coming up as we see a 129.9 from Chenj. Good time from him. I expected to see, as Pile of Garbage is almost a second faster than he was on his previous run. He'll want to minimize any mistakes from now. Second up will put him up into P4 if he can maintain that. Let's see. I think P5 is a good target for him if he can make it last.
Final couple.
Don't disqualify coming out of turn 19. And don't spin coming out of turn 20. DRS, power down, and he improves by 9/10 of a second up into P6, just behind Yoda. But I have a feeling Yoda will probably improve his time. Yes, he will. He's already up 2/10. Duck Lover's right behind him. Let's go along with that.
Yeah, freeware has invalidated. What is Yoda? Has Yoda's not going any faster? So I think Yoda can improve. What about Duck Lovers? Let's have a look at Duck Lovers. P4. I didn't get any sector times from him.
I did not see it.
So what can the Duck do? And what will the weather forecast be tomorrow? Let us know too.
And that was an excellent go through 19. Could have done better. Yoda goes up into P4. Duck Lovers goes up into P2 and then down to P3 as Dick Tucker says, no, 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 front row for me. And he takes the last spot on the front row. I don't think there's anyone else who can set a time right now.
No, there isn't. No. Sherlock Homeboys and
yep.
If he's boxing. So Pile of Garbage once again can't get another lap in. That Pile of Garbage, great, get up into the P2. But obviously Dick Tucker came out of nowhere. My telemetry was delayed because it showed him invalidating a lap. But that
really?
was not correct because he managed to get himself up in the P2.
And surprisingly, Freeware and Yoda are on the second and third row, respectively. Pile of Garbage on that third row. Well done from him. But Dick Tucker, once again, on the front row. But Chenj able to break the 129s with by 10 thousandths of a second, 1/100th exactly. And Duck Lovers and Dick Tucker will have a fierce fight once again in this race.
Yeah, big shout out there. Marksy Farts, very slick from Pile, certainly was. Private Vega, nice lap, almost 1 second faster. Yeah, good job. So Pile of fans, shall we say, Pile of Garbage with the Pile of fans, is going to be looking pretty good there at P6, but yeah. And that's the medium strategy there. That was called, I believe, early from, was that Big Tucker? Unfortunately, that's not going to pay off because everybody's had to, as the track has improved. But there you have it. You'll have a second, essentially, between the top four. Midfield there from 5th down to Pile of Garbage is in almost within two seconds off the leader there. And then you got a nice
all right
from P9. Yep.
So that is our grid. Sorry to interrupt. We have Chenj, Dick Tucker, Duck Lovers, and Freeware, top 4. Yoda, Pile of Garbage, Swifty, Sherlock Holmes, MLB, and Enoch with the top 10, followed by AJ, Seamus, Big Poppy, Addy Striker, Syntha, Cirillo, Steven, Boehner, and Mikau. The championship leader does not set a time, P19, and Periginator will be P20. He did not do not want to leave. He was not able to set a time in quality as well, but he will be joining the race. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back in 1 moment with the race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the United States Grand Prix LOR Assist 2 Round 9. We are in Austin, Texas. We are at the Lone Star State. We are in the United States. As you can see, as the Circuit of Americas, 3 sectors, 2 DRS zones along the main straight and the start-finish line. You have a great elevation change. Turn 1 is a towering left-hand corner that all the drivers will ascend as they battle for position at the very start of the race. We have all the drivers on the grid. It looks like it's a cloudy day, but there shouldn't be any rain in forecast as far as I'm aware. These drivers are setting their strategies. Most of them are starting on the soft tire. We'll see if the bottom 10 do anything special. But for sure, the first few rows will be doing their best to get a good start and be able to lead the race through the first round of the S's. We'll have 28 laps today. It should be a great race. I'm really excited to be here. And we now go live to the track as they are in the middle of their formation lap. Biggles, what are you expecting from this race today?
A lot of action. Sorry, but the telemetry just crashed completely. So that is very happy with him. I think he can get it back up. I'm expecting a lot of battles and perhaps a couple of safety cars. Weather conditions look pretty good at the moment. It's going to be just overcast, but I don't see any rain, which that would be good. Yeah, a little bit of rain. However, yeah, I'm expecting the usual. I'd like to see how well Mikhail's going to work his way up through the field there, obviously from not qualifying. And obviously, a big shout out there to Pilot Garbage. I hope he can do well with the Pilot fans that I mentioned before. Duck Lovers is always going to do a great job. Big Duck is also going to do a great job. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yoda throwing in the mix there. And not to mention, because my telemetry's not showing.
It's all right. Is the audio any better for Biggles? There's some comments in the chat that it was acting up just slightly. I tried to increase him. I'll do it a little bit more, hopefully. Obviously, you guys want to hear Biggles instead of me. I don't blame you for that at all.
Oh. What are you saying? Your commentary is awesome.
I never said I wasn't awesome, but the audience gets what they want. All right. Does anyone else have an issue? Yeah, I'll bump him up as much as I dare. Otherwise, he'll blow my ears out.
Yeah, please do not bump me up that much.
All right. We are waiting for the last few drivers to form up. Our lights are going. I don't want to get too excited because it doesn't line up ever. It's a bug in the game. Lights are out for us, but the drivers are getting ready to go on their screens. Engines are revving. Yeah. And away we go. Lights out and away we go. We get a good start by Chench, but a much better start from Freeware on the inside of the second row. He able to go into the inside. We have a yellow already in Sector 1. Chench is fighting back for the lead amongst Freeware. Chench stays in the lead. Dick Tucker is in third. Duck Lovers falls back into P4, and we have a safety car already. It looks like Steven. I don't see any driver out, so I'm not sure why we have a safety car. That's a bit surprising to me.
He's back on track. Car 19, I believe, there, or Stephen. Both Stephen and car 19 were at the back of the field there. So the big gainers there from the top there is Banar, in 5 positions up to 13th place there, and Freeway getting two positions as well from the start.
As Boehner gets a 5-second time penalty for a collision. Don't see any damage on his car, so I'm not sure exactly what happened. But that is surprising. We have a safety car right away as Duck Lovers leaves the session. Looks like he might be having some connection issues himself. He'll need to get back in. As you can see, suggested is soft, mediums, or soft, hard. That is surprising. They're not recommending a one-stop strategy today, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see someone go for that. Unfortunately, the safety car won't be in this lap because the safety car can't be in and out the one lap, so we'll probably have one lap under safety car. And we'll see if anyone pits from the start. I don't see anyone diving into the pit box quite yet. Obviously, haven't been able to gain any separation amongst anybody of the other drivers, so unless you have damage, would make sense to do so. As Banner is in the pits. Let's see what he does. Might just be needing a new front wing. AJ's in the pits. Big Poppy's in the sit, so number of the drivers who are further down the order decide to come in and go to the hard tire. So a bit of a surprise, but we'll see if they can make that work. I don't know if those hard tires can last 28 laps. I would be very, very surprised. But I suppose you never do know.
You never know if you never try. Sometimes that strategy can pay off. I'm not sure if I'm race engineering drivers. Based on their pace, they would decide whether or not they could take that alternative strategy. Obviously, you can do it too if you have damaged your front wing as well. So, but under safety car conditions, no.
I
probably not be the best.
I want to check quick. Unfortunately, it looks like our instant replay just captured the safety car deployment. So no excitement to be reviewed for now, unfortunately. All right. And everything Biggle for breakfast. Everything. What is on an everything Biggle? That's what I want to know. Oh, predicted pit stop. Now they're recommending a soft to hard. I thought that would be on the list of options, and it is now. So let's see. They are winding toward Sector 3. We'll see if the safety car comes in this lap. Hopefully it will. I haven't seen Duck Lovers. Is Duck Lovers back in the car? He doesn't appear ghosted, so maybe he is.
Yep. The wet weather master himself. However, it's not going to be wet weather conditions, just overcast.
And
track is 29, air is 20, and that's Celsius. So yes, sorry.
And the safety car is not in this lap, so
they're all bunched up. So
I have no idea why.
The Codemaster gods are back at it again.
That is unfortunate.
I managed to kidnap the Bernard, who was driving the safety car in one of the other league races the other day, and I took control of the safety car. So it was quite fun. I've always wanted to drive around the track in a Formula One race, and I had, even though I was in the safety car. But I was in a Mercedes, put it that way, so I could say I've driven a Mercedes in a Formula One race.
Yeah, that's not only 5 drivers can say that on a given week.
5, really? Who were the 5?
As Yoda has left the session, a bunch of penalties have been given out for collisions under the safety car. Banner is back in the pits. That might be why.
Banner got one. Stop go. So his stop go penalty. Also Addy as well. Stop go penalty for him. So 5 seconds. They have to serve that.
All
5-second penalty. They can do it during the pits before they put the tires on, or they can just drive through the pits, I believe, and serve that 5-second penalty. However, if they do not, it will be added to the end of their time. I do not display it as penalties because they have time during the race to serve that, so the penalties are not added automatically. So they are bunched up, and I expect that they will be in this tight hairpin corner. Which turn is that going around right now?
They are at turn 11.
11, yeah. That's where overtaking occurs, do you believe, as well? I think on that, where are the key places of overtakes?
As a number of drivers are leaving and rejoining the session. bit surprising. Don't know exactly what is going on, but hopefully that is not a reoccurring issue. All right, second lap under safety car. They've ended at the straight. Safety car is in this lap. We will be going live green once more. I'm excited for sure. Need to get some racing in. But that extension of the softs has really helped the soft runners, and Boehner is struggling to not pick up penalties for colliding with people. And
Mikhail just picked up a 5-second penalty for a collision as well.
For
Freeware's rejoined.
As the safety car has sped ahead, and Chenj prepares to lead us away. Let's go on board with Duck Lovers here. If they were smart, they would go right now because they had a good jump on third place, and the way they are, they've left Yoda behind in the dirt. We are, well, it's yellow. Now we are green. We are green, and Duck Lover's just not quite close enough to make a move. It's trying to look back down the hill, but everyone seems to be doing well. We have 4 drivers in the pits.
Yeah, there's some drivers that are boxing early. Mikhail, so forth as well, had boxed.
As I think we had to spin it with Sherlock Homeboy.
Oh.
He is plummeting down the order. And he looks like he's got back up and running, but he lost it in the S's.
I don't see any damage on that Williams, so...
I think he just...
Oh, he's sliding again. He's overheated his tyres. He's going to have to drop a plump last, actually. No, he can still get out there. As Mikhail, Steven, and Banner are all exiting the box right now. They've also changed on to... Mikhail's gone to the hards, but the rest of them have gone to the softs.
All right. So not too many overtakes at the restart. A number of drivers are seeing what they can do as they go down the main straight. But Chenj, Dick Tucker, and Duck Lovers are the top 3 for now. And they are in the same position as they qualified in. So all well and good right now as Freeware is now up on the pile of garbage. He's going to get a warning for that corner cut.
Yes, he did. Got that message there on my
and
telemetry.
If he keeps on driving the way he is, he'll have enough time penalties to take to the bank.
You get a award, I believe, these days too. For I'd say you get the most penalties, most time penalty award. Kind of like
right.
a wooden spoon, shall we say? Anyway.
As you can see the elevation change at turn 1. Drivers mounting the hill and then back down the hill through the S. It really is something to see in real life.
Big battle between Freeware and Pile of Garbage. Getting a lot of time there, right?
Let's go on board with that. Freeware will definitely think he'll have a good option coming out of turn 9, now through turn 10. See if he's close enough to have a run down the hill. Shifting early into 4th gear to have that extra traction. Seems like he does. He's not using overtake right now. That is surprising. I think Pile of Garbage ahead isn't either. And so Freeware is going to the inside. Freeware to the inside line. Leaves a bit of space. Pile of Garbage leaves the room. And Freeware moves up into P5 over Pile of Garbage.
That's unfortunate, but yet no DRS is enabled yet because we're only on lap 5 and we've only just resumed under the safety car. So would that have played into an effect? Well, Pile of Garbage can think about that, or he's still within DRS 5 seconds. So he may be able to mount a comeback. Certainly has all his fans. As Chenj crosses the line to start lap 6, DRS is now enabled. So
as we have a train of 5 cars here, 9 through 12, trying their best. We'll see if we get any overtakes up the hill. Seamus and Big Poppy, or MLB Prodigy, my apologies, are giving it a go. Seamus braking very early. Prodigy going deep. Will Seamus have the run? Seamus may have the run as Prodigy cuts the corner but has to give it up. Big Poppy smells some blood in the water and looks to see if he can, and he does. Around the outside, a bit of through the corner, had to slow down. Prodigy sweeps back through. Fun bit of racing between these two drivers, and Poppy's corner is compromised. AJ behind will have a go. You can see him sniffing around that front wing low to the ground. Has the inside line, but slides back in behind. Will bide his time with DRS. He'll have a good shot at this. Big Poppy will have DRS as low, though. Both the front wings, the back wings open up, and AJ is gaining just ever so slightly to the inside line. And on the brakes and collides with Prodigy. Mistimed.
Oh, into the wall.
And that is...
Yes, it was Prodigy. And I don't know what happened, but he just kept going straight. He didn't kind of keep turning into the corner. So I wonder what something was happening with the Williams. But Prodigy could not turn any more into the... Could not go any further and had to brake and back off. The Sherlock Homeboy makes a pass. Past AJ.
All right, well, that was going to be an inquiry for that for sure. And as I believe AJ just didn't give himself enough time to brake, or that or his brakes didn't work.
The fans have called, sorry to interrupt that, Swifty versus Pile of Garbage.
Yep, that's what I'm on. As Swifty has to take corrective action, almost losing it there through the S's. Pile of Garbage has a little bit of breathing room now, but the screw will keep on being turned by Swifty.
So we just heard that his controller died. So the reason why he obviously could not turn into the corner, well, obviously if you lose your controller, aka your steering wheel, you can't really turn. So that is unfortunate, and it compromised other people in the race, but that is racing. That's what happens. Hope he gets the controller fixed and can rejoin.
All right, well, even with DRS, Swifty is not able to get a move done. Pile of Garbage is safe for potentially one more lap. You know, overtaking isn't super hard, but it is challenging. You have to pick your moments as best as you can on this track.
Steven makes a move past Banner. That's up to P16 for Steven, but we'll still keep on board with the battle between Swifty and Pile of Garbage.
That gap is down to 0.3 of a second. Excuse me. And this next DRS zone could be crucial for Swifty as he gets a pretty good exit. The pit window is open for these soft tires. He has a good run in it. Will he make the lunge? Pile of Garbage goes to the inside. Swifty trying to sweep around the outside, trying to get the grip. Pile of Garbage wheel to wheel. They will go through the right-hander. He's still there in the left-hander, and Pile of Garbage has to back out. He didn't have the positioning, and that is P6 for Swifty. Moves up.
Yep, I would have to say what a swift move from Swifty there to get past Pile of Garbage. But Pile of Garbage, as somebody called that, he's a gentleman.
As Swifty gets a bit excited, and Pile of Garbage will close back up. He will have DRS now down the straight. Let's go on board with him to see what he does. Overtake button is on. He has a good exit. He's gaining the speed. DRS opens up. He will have this overtake. Goes to the inside line, and easy as you like it. Nothing much else to say. But locks up. He does lock up, and that is going to compromise his exit. Swifty squeezes Swifty to the outside, and will, for this moment, hang on to P. But Swifty up the inside. They bang wheels. Tried to do a little bit of a under swing there. That's possible in that corner. It's such a wide left-hander. It's a very awkward corner. You can't get an overtake if you send it up the inside. But Pile of Garbage collides with the wheels as they both fight for that apex and stays in P6. Regains his spot, and Swifty loses the rear and will have to be happy with P7, well, P6 for now. As Dick Tucker from second place is into the pits. We'll see
switch to the hards, yeah. While they were battling their Dick Tucker box from P2 down to P8 now. Chosen the hard tires. He's obviously going to go to the end. We'll see what he can do.
As
Seamus, no one can pronounce that correctly. The Irishman is now
Seamus.
P9 now.
Seamus, I believe.
Shame on me for not pronouncing
Yes,
Seamus.
that is correct. All right. A little bit further back, but let's go back on board with Yoda, see if he can get something done. Duck Lovers goes early to the inside line. He's having none of this staying on the racing line.
And McLaren driver's Encock. He's gone. He's spun.
Who
He's
did?
stuck on the track.
Who?
P12 now. The McLaren
Enoch?
driver.
A bit of contact between Yoda and Duck Lovers on the rear. Yoda will have the inside line. Has to brake, though. Slow down that car so he doesn't run through the corner, and Duck Lovers will hang on for now. And joining into the fight is Freeware in P4. He wants to join the party, have some fun. A bit of contact there on his front wing. Will sweep past. I don't know if there was damage or not. But Yoda got too excited in his fight as Duck Lovers has had enough of this fighting. He'll save his tires and get a new set of hards for sure.
Yep, career up to P2. Duck Lover has now boxed. I didn't see any damage, but he's decided 10 laps on those tires. He's had enough. So the other guys still yet ahead. Chenjay, Freeware, and Yoda still have the box. They're still running those soft compounds.
All right. As Pile of Garbage is into the pits as well, he will most likely go the hard as well. I think everyone's going to go for a one stop if they can. But the battle is heating up at the front. 7-second gap from Freeware to Chenge, though. But an undercut could be in the works there with Dick Tucker, who pitted early. We'll see if the softs still have pace in them.
Yeah, Pile of Garbage is number one fan. Just asked whether or not he or she can guest commentate one time. I said, well, join the Discord. And
exactly. Yes, number one fan in the description on Twitch of the Twitch channel. There's our Discord link, or you can join at tinyurl.com/LOR Season 2. Go ahead and join up, and we will get you in the booth. We'll give you a little interview if you want. Go ahead and do that if you can. Have some fun. As
long as you don't mention Pile of Garbage.
Yes. Yes. As Duck Lovers gets past Seamus into P6, and Pile of Garbage puts on the medium tires. So that is a bit of a surprise. Either he's going for a two-stop strategy, or he thinks he can go soft mediums, which will be interesting for sure. With that in mind, we'll go on board with Mikau, and Mikau will see some fresh. Mikau is like a raccoon. He's from Australia, so he sees a Pile of garbage, and he's going to be going all at it. Find some dinner.
A dingo is a stray dog, so I'm sure he wants to scalpage through the pile of garbage right now. Let's see what he can do. Remember, he also started plump last, so he boxed early, went to those hard compound tires, and now is putting the pressure on the pile of garbage, wanting to sort through, see what he can have for dinner this evening. So he has a lot of work to do, but if he wants to get up into the crucial podium positions where he's usually having his shoey.
Let's go aboard with Pile of Garbage. Looks like he is up on behind Enoch, who is still on those soft tires, so those fresh mediums will definitely have the pace. He's having to slow down through these S's because he can't get an overtake done. But he'll have some speed here, inside line, and he'll need to really get this move done. I hope Mikau gets hung up just a bit behind and got some space ahead.
Good job from the pile of garbage. There you go. Shots out to all the pile of garbage fans. You get a shot. You all have to drink a shot every time your man takes a pass, and he has, because Anouk has now lost to Mikau as well. I am pronouncing that name incorrect, I know that, but the McLaren driver is down to P13 at the moment, struggling right now with those soft compound tires.
As Chenge is in the pits, he's coming back out here. See if Swifty can get past. Swifty has yet to box, though. The bigger thing will be Dick Tucker, and Dick Tucker is still behind Chenge as he comes out a second or so. And he won't be happy about that. Undercut did not work. Swifty will probably let these front three will have to pit anyway, so Chenge still has the lead of the race for the moment. Go on board here with Boehner, see if he can get him move done. Down the straight, he will not. Decides to lay it off and stay behind through Sector 2. Both these drivers are locking up. Those tires will be devoid of rubber shortly if they're not careful. Both of these drivers are fighting hard, but it's for a P1 that doesn't really exist. They should be heading into the pits as soon as possible if they want to have a good shot at this race. Let's go on board here with Dick Tucker, who sends it up the inside. And he will have the position into turn 15. He gets the overtake, but Swifty is fighting back up the inside with those soft tires. They must have had a little bit more grip yet, but Swifty's going to go into the pits for sure. I can't imagine him staying out. Yes, he does go into the pits. So a bit of a fight there between Dick Tucker. Helps Chenj out for sure because he couldn't take the optimal racing line from there.
Yeah, I was just about to commentate on that because Dick Tucker was setting 1 minute 34s and the guys up in front are on 1 minute 37. So his strategy call is working working great for him right now because he only has Chenj up ahead that is on fresh boots there as everybody else behind had the box.
So once again, we see a bit of a strategy difference where we have some drivers pitting a bit earlier as we have a spinning Haas. Is that I'm not sure who that is. That must be Pereginator.
That's the P20.
P20, he spun in the Haas out of turn 1. And we'll have to wait. But we're seeing some different strategies here where we had Dick Tucker and Duck Lovers pitting a few laps earlier to go to the hards. And then 3 drivers in the top 5 making those softs last just a bit longer so they can try to make those mediums last to the end. We will see if that works. There's an attempt to do that last race, and the medium tires started to lose pace at the very end, where the hards kind of maintain their pace throughout their life cycle. As Mikau has a good run on Pile of Garbage here. Inside line, tries to send it in there, does well to avoid contact, but Pile of Garbage will have the inside line. Will he be aggressive? Yes, he will be. Covers the inside. Switch back by Mikau, but Mikau goes very, very deep, and that's going to put him right back against Swifty, who will want to get involved with the second Mercedes driver. And a bit of switcheroo from both of those drivers, back and forth, and Pile of Garbage hangs on to P9 for now. Exciting bit of racing between those two.
Are you saying a switcheroo for Mikau, like the switcheroo for the kangaroo? But it looks like Swifty is going to have to put a pressure on there. There's no team orders between these Mercedes drivers.
As Swifty does go by, has those fresh medium tires. Mikau has 9 laps old. Bit of a fight between them, but I don't think nothing is going to materialize about that. Swifty's going to get past. He has the better rubber for sure. And he'll let him through to attack Pile of Garbage up ahead.
Yeah, Pile of Garbage has managed to gain almost out of DRS during that squabble between the 2 Mercedes drivers. However, now looks like Swifty has, with the team orders, decided to come and pass, obviously, Mikau, and now he is on the back of Pile of Garbage. So let's see Pile of Garbage doing another defending job that he did so excellent during the last couple of corners in the last lap.
As looks like Steven just got past MOB Prodigy into P16. So a bit of a spread out amongst the drivers here. We'll go back on board with Mikau, as that is the closest battle on track between these train of 3 drivers. Swifty is really in the hunt. His engine is unfortunately has a bit of a bug sound, so can't ride on board with him. But he is putting on the pressure to Pile of Garbage. He's driving as like his life depends upon it.
Yep, Swifty needs to Alt F4. Maybe that'll fix it. Actually, no, not Alt F4. Control Alt Delete, reset, and get that car back up to full speed. Still, Mikau's hanging in the back of him. Probably team orders there. And
Pile of Garbage moves to the inside, then back to the racing line. Confident Swifty wasn't quite close enough, and he was not. Able to get the traction down, doesn't lose any speed with a little bit of looseness in the rear, and he'll stay ahead through the S's. But Swifty does well. He has a lot of speed through here. Just 3 laps newer, those mediums must have a bit more grip because he is right on the gearbox of Pile of Garbage for sure. And it's easy to lose the rear if you're not careful. Swifty does it a bit. Pile of Garbage does it a bit as well. And that gap maintains for now. As looks like Duck Lovers and Yoda, I missed a bit of contact there. Duck Lovers a bit aggressive on his breakpoint, and Yoda will get past into P3. Freeware will want to see some of that, and it looks like while we were away, Pile of Garbage lost a place to Swifty. That was to be expected for sure. Let's go back on board here with Duck Love as Freeware able to hang on there. That was intense. Duck Lovers, I think there's a bit of touching on the rear, and Freeware was drifting like a drift king.
Drift king, yeah.
Around turn 18.
Between the guys. Definitely different strategy. Duck Lovers losing 2 positions. Gonna try to do what he can get. Can he retake the position up the hill here? To the left.
And Duck Lovers has contact with the rear of Freeware, and that move was not on. Couldn't break in time, and P5 it is for him.
But he has the hard tire compound. We're only just over halfway through the race right now, so perhaps he will come into play a little later on during this race, as both Yoda and Freeware are on medium compounds, as well as Chenjai, who has quietly been just sitting there quietly. We haven't mentioned much of him but he's been gaining a lot of time as well. He's in the 134s, and everybody else in the squabble we've been watching is in the 135s. So that is the level he is at right now.
So A1 is the first assists league that we have. So we have 2 assist tiers, assist 1 and assist 2. This is an assist 2 race. Well, Pile of Garbage will get past Pig Poppy. Mikau joins the hunt low. We are going 3 wide into the corner. Pile of Garbage has the outside, is able to break a bit later with his medium tires. Mikau, a little bit of touching with the hard tire. See if Pile of Garbage is able to get a move done. Has the outside line, though. I don't think he'll be able to get something done unless he tries to switch back, but Mikau is very wise to that. Parks his car on the apex and takes back P7. So Pile of Garbage gets past Big Poppy, but loses out to Mikau, and will have to fight back. Will have better tires for sure, so that bit of a pace advantage, but we'll see if he's able to make that work moving forward.
Exactly. Mikau now, he's on 12 laps hard, so obviously boxing really early there, starting at the back of the field. He might look like he's up to P7 right now, but he has to make those tires last to the end of the race. So what sort of pace can he do? If he starts burning them all out now, then he can gain some positions. But then at the end of the day, if he could end up losing 1 or 2 seconds a lap if he burns those tires out towards the end of the race, because we are only on lap 17 of 28. So there is a lot of racing to go, and it's great. Believe it or not, there are no retirements.
Shocking. Shocking, I say. Well, number 1 fan, will Pile of Garbage get a podium in your lifetime? Not today, and I'd be surprised if he got a podium in Season 1. But I will say he might have a shot of it in Season 2. He will be a Division 2 driver for McLaren, F1. And I think he might be in a good position next season to get
Mikau makes
some
a pass
moves.
there on Swifty. Sorry to interrupt. There's a little bit of team orders going on again between these two guys. The Swifty has the medium compound tires. Mikau, obviously.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, you're right. Yeah. So obviously obviously the teams decided that Mikau is a little quicker than Swifty on the medium compound. So Mikau, once again, he has to get on with it, because he might have to have another pit stop towards the end. So that will compromise him. But yeah, as you said, sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're good.
Yeah, Pile of Garbage. At least we can tell you this right now. If he
As
doesn't pick up a
Swifty
podium,
has lost the car, I do not know. Safety car is out. This could be big for Mikau. Drivers are going into the pits. I didn't see what happened.
it must have been some sort of squabble that he was having, because he was just behind Mikau as he made the pass. So it might have been a driver error, because I doubt they'd be battling again unless he wanted that position back. So let's see if Swifty can come in to the Twitch and give us a chat about that. That would be great. So this is an opportunity for drivers to box.
As Yoda loses the rear as well himself. That is incredibly costly. I don't know if he wasn't paying attention, but he lost his front wing. It won't bother him too much because it's a safety car and he'll be able to pit. But this is where the strategist Jeff makes his money in the pit wall. He'll tell these drivers what to do. 10 laps to go. Set of softs will do it. I would be very surprised if everyone didn't come on in, get a new set of softs, equal playing field, and see what they can do.
Yeah, AJ, Addy, who is it? Chenjay's boxing now. Here we go. There's a race leader boxing. What's the Chenjay going to do? As you hear the tie gun, zzz, I think he's going for the softs. So there you go. Chenjay's going to the softs as well. Sinte and Baron and Dick Tucker and Freeware, Yoda, Duck Lovers staying out. There's no Duck Lovers coming in. Sorry.
This could be interesting. We'll see if Duck.
Everybody's boxing.
Yoda will need a new front wing. We'll see if Duck can get the jump in the pits. That could be huge. But everyone is now in. It's a
pile of garbage. Yep.
busy pit lane. Softs are going on. See where he comes on out.
Front wing damage repair for Yoda.
Yes, he will. Yoda is jumped in the pits. Pile of garbage in as well. AlphaTauri team. Looks like there's a bit of a penalty that they have to serve in the pits. But they put medium tires on, it looks like. That is a... No, yep, medium tires. That is a bit of a surprise. Not exactly sure about that strategy call from the team. But who knows? We'll see if that works out.
Medium for the pile. Let's go. Pile sends it on softs. Sorry there, Marky.
And
he did. Maybe Jeff made the wrong call on that one.
Or Sherlock Homeboys decides to stay out with those hards. That is a bold strategy. I don't think it will pay off. Cirillo stays out on the mediums as well, trying to gain a few positions. But that top 5, all fresh softs, could be a spicy bit of fun.
Well, they ran the soft set from the start of the race to about 12 laps, most drivers.
Yep.
So, but that was on heavy fuel, obviously, and they were the tires that they set on their qualifying laps. So, yeah, you're right, definitely. Whether how much they fall off the cliff, as we will probably see another lap in the safety car anyway. So,
yep,
they get to conserve their tires a little longer.
All right. Well, I'm still watching out for you, number 1 fan in the Discord. If you're going to join, now would be a great opportunity. Safety car.
Oh no, best. Oh, Paul's doing pretty good still. P9 in the points.
But this has been a bit of a trend. I think a late safety car in our races at this track. I don't know why. It must just be those corners in sector 1 and 2, the S's in sector 2, must be really tricky when those tires start to wear down. So a little bit less grip catches some drivers out, and into the wall you go. So surprising.
Paul's number 1 fan asked what Discord is. I'll send you a link here. Can I put the link in Twitch? Or?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that. You just follow the link and you'll be able to join.
I'll probably have to create an account. As
Yeah, rest and well, thank you, Rest.
Thank you, Rest. Let us know when you get in. All right. Well, Sherlock Homeboy could be caught out with those 10-lap-old hards. We shall see what happens. I think Pile of Garbage will be happy to see that in P9. It should be an overtake that should take too much trouble. Will the safety car be in this lap? I sure hope so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're bunched up now. Only one car to bunch up, so generally that's the case. Safety car will be
And
in.
yes, it is. Safety car is in this lap. Chenge backs up the pack. It
So
looks.
the big strategy call there, difference there.
Yep.
Solo in the medium compounds. Sherlock Homeboys, 10 lap on those hards can make him go to the end, but how's his pace going to be? He's got a pile of garbage. And see my son, I'm going to get that right. Big Puppy there, also fresher tires. Stevens on the hard compound. And then Stevens got some trouble behind him as those guys are all fresh softs. Big Puppy picks up a stop-go collision there. So that's P12. He has to serve 5 seconds or get that added to the end of the time. Chenje's off.
And we are green. Chenge gets a great start. Looks like we have a bit of a fight there between Duck Lovers and Freeware and Yoda, but they all stay in their position. As Sherlock Homeboy does get past Cyril, that is a bit of a surprise. As they're all winding their way through the... as Chenge gets a great start. 1.5 seconds up already.
I'm seeing a lot of ghosted cars there. Perhaps they're backing lap markers. That'll really throw a spanner in the mix right now, trying to concentrate. And you see a car ahead of you and you realize it's a ghosted car. So all of a sudden your braking points are just completely thrown off.
As we have contact between Sherlock and Cirillo, and we have another safety car right away. Both drivers were fighting for position down the straight, and that is another safety car. Cirillo will be very upset with that.
Completely smashed out. Hope he's okay. And many cool cars being deployed. Comes very quickly there. Get the driver out of there. Hopefully be waving to the crowd. Yes, he is. He's good. Thank God that Formula One, virtual Formula One races keep everybody safe at the end of the day.
All right.
I expect many people to box right now because obviously we only had one lap since the safety car has been deployed. So once again, the Mercedes will lead the race, although Chenje is up. Yeah. Okay, sure.
All right.
You go on that Ferris wheel that's there on the side of the track?
Sorry?
That Ferris, there's a Ferris wheel I just noticed on the side of the
Yes,
track.
I don't remember seeing that in real life, if I'm honest.
Oh, okay. So, little Codemasters fun,
yes.
shall we say.
All right. Vega, welcome.
Hello, how are you doing?
Are
Hello,
you
Vega?
Are you #1 fan?
I am #1 fan.
You're a number fan of Pile of Garbage, correct?
I am amongst his fans, yes. He's got a big fan base, it seems like.
All right. Well, what makes you his #1 fan? What sets you apart amongst his other fans? I guess would be my first question.
That's a difficult question because his fan base is so strong, but honestly, I've been following his whole career, and it's really exciting to see him finally reach the F1 level.
Yes, I agree. This is the peak level that we see drivers achieve, as Sheamus gets some damage there on track. So what has his career been up to this point? Obviously he's just joined the league, so curious to see how he's fared in other racing endeavors.
Yeah, it's been a really quick ascension through the ranks for him, so we're really excited to see him at this level. And honestly, it's been a great race so far too. Lots of on-track overtaking and, interestingly, a mix of tire strategies as well.
Yes, he definitely is bucking the trend with his set of medium tires.
yeah.
But Biggles, do you have anything
awesome. We're gonna please stay with us as the drivers are resuming ready. Looks like Chenje will essentially be the safety car.
Nope.
And then over to you, Ezzy.
It looks like the safety car is still out for one more lap.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we go. So yeah, Vega, thank you, and rejoin us again on the. Oh, big damage there. Who's that? Oh, Somebody's completely stopped on track there.
Who is that?
I saw carbon fiber flying everywhere there. I don't know. They might have dived in the pits just before. They might have caught some drivers off guard when they're warming up their tires, as you know. If somebody dives into the pits and you didn't expect it, you might have just completely. That might have been the case there. So we have a few drivers in the pit there. Samos and Eco.
So, Vega, I was informed that Pile of Garbage has a pretty large number of siblings. Are you one of those? Is that true? And are you one of those ranks by any chance?
I'm not a sibling. I am just a family friend. But yeah, I know all 6 of his siblings very well.
All right. Is he?
His girlfriend supporting there?
Is
kind of like
Key
your number one fan or your girlfriend? Is he?
Yeah, Key
Yeah, no, his girlfriend is in the chat as well. So it's not just family here. It's friends and family. It's
So-
great to see.
Does she argue with you? We were discussing this earlier, but does she disagree with your statement that you're number one fan?
I think if you'd asked her, yeah, she'd probably disagree. But truth is, he's got a lot of number 1 fans. It seems.
Well, drama. I love to hear that. So, is he? Just curious. Is he the youngest mama's boy, or is he the oldest mama's boy, or is he just in the middle?
He's in the middle, but he's
Okay.
definitely a mama's boy.
Ah, so he's still mama's boy. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you what, Vega. I tell you what, this has absolutely been great that you've managed to join the Discord and chat to us. Because in all my years of broadcasting, I have never ever chatted to a fan. Mind you, I've only ever been broadcasting for at least 3 months, but still, I've never chatted to a fan that's managed to join the commentary and chat about that. So this is a history in the making.
Well, thank you
man.
very much to both of you. Both of you boys do a great job here in the booth, race in and race out. So it's been great to get to join the commentary team.
All right. Thanks for joining us. And the safety car is about to come back in.
Please stay with us. We might cut back to you a little later, so just hang out there.
All right.
As the
That
race
will
is
work.
gonna resume.
If you want, obviously, no pressure.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, the safety car is in. Chenge, in his Renault, black and yellow Renault, will back up the pack. Last time this happened, he got a great exit. He sets off early before the corner. We'll see if that catches anyone out by surprise. Dick Tucker was wise to the move, though, and is right on the back as Banner gets disqualified for too many penalties. That is the penalty accumulation that you have to worry about as Mikau barges his way through on Duck Lovers, having none of that. P4 is his for sure. And
Yeah, a lot
Synth
of drivers boxing. I don't know
also
why.
retiring. So I don't know if he had damage or not, but he is retiring.
I don't know. We have AJ, Pile of Garbage, and Prodigy all boxing there as well. So I might have had some damage there. Sorry that the Pile of Garbage, but Pile of Garbage still even.
Pile of Garbage is dropped way back. He is exiting the pits. He must have been caught up in that damage onto the sauce, but that is not good with this only 4 laps to go. He will be struggling to get back in the points. Unfortunate for him.
Chen J up ahead is building a little bit of a gap there more so to Dick Tucker. Dick Tucker doing a great job there, holding in the P2 in the Ferrari. The other Ferrari Yoda that was side by side now. But this big squabble here for the top 5.
The top 6 are all, within less than under a second from each other. So the battle will continue. Addy Striker right on the back of Sherlock Homeboy, but doesn't look like he'll get a move done. Let's see. Duck Lovers is dropping back. He does not have the pace to keep up with Mika right now. And Yoda in the Ferrari has his sight set. With that late safety car, all these time penalties that you see that you've been seeing on the ticker for this entire race will count. They'll doubly or triply hurt you at the end of the race, where safety car bunches everyone back up and then lets you go, and you don't have enough time to spread that gap back up again. Increase that gap.
Quadruply hurt you.
So,
Quadruply hurt you.
yes.
If you're Addy at the moment in P8, sorry, with 18 seconds time penalties, but yes.
As it looks like we have a driver, Addy Striker had to exit the track. I don't know what is going on with him. He struggling to stay on the track. Must have burnt up through his tires. See if Seamus can get a move done on Big Poppy. He will not. He backs off and lets it be for now. But He might be able to get a good exit here down the straight. Yes, he does. DRS not available, so it's all about slipstream and DRS and those soft tires. And Shameless will move up into P8 as we have a yellow flag. It looks like, I don't know who that is.
That's Addy again. Addy's having more problems with that car.
As Addy is losing the car, and Pile of Garbage will catch up to him most likely. Back to the front. Looks like Chenj has managed to get a 1.5 second gap, so that last podium position, or second and third place, are where the action's going to be. Dick Tucker gets a bit loose with his rears. He will lose one position to Freeware. He will potentially lose one position to Mikau. He has the inside line, though. Will he break just a touch later? Yes, he does. There is a series of contacts between the drivers, but Mikau has that inside now for the S's, has the speed, and Dick Tucker has to back out. As Seamus is fighting with Sherlock Homeboy, and Sherlock Homeboy will keep P7 for now. Seamus seems to be liking this Circuit of the Americas. He had a top 10 finish last time, and looks like he might have a top 10 finish this time as well.
Seamus also has the fresh boots there. Sherlock is racing on those very old 17-lap hard tires, so he's doing a great job to defend, but obviously tires are the most important thing because they're the only thing that separates you and the car from the track, so it's only a matter of time, I think, before Sherlock is in big trouble.
As Seamus has the speed, has the inside line, has DRS, which has now been enabled, and he makes that move look easy up into P7, and looks like he'll be able to be there comfortably as Yoda and Duck Lovers are really fighting. Dick Tucker's dropped back tremendously. Must have lost his speed for some reason, and needs to try to get back up near to the front runners. 2 seconds now, the gap between Freeware and Chenj. And Duck Lovers has the DRS on Dick Tucker, and of these three, he's the one who's left out to dry without any DRS to help him defend. He'll really want to, as Yoda has a bit of a look up the inside, but loses the rear as he gets on the power, and that will save Duck Lovers from any concern. As Enoch up the hill into turn 1 on Sherlock Homeboy, those old hards are really struggling, but he's fighting back as best as he can. And Enoch is into the wall. A bit of contact there between the drivers. He should have backed out, and he didn't, and that will cost him some points. Safety car is not coming out, thankfully, with 2 laps to go. Just a yellow flag. And
It's going
we
to cost him some points, and it's going to cost the team like thousands of dollars of carbon fiber as well, but he's okay. Mikhail's going to put the pressure on there now on Freeware. Mikhail's
Good for our man, Pile of Garbage, though.
stuff here.
Yes. Let's go on board with Pile. See if he can get one last overtake before the end of the race. He has the better tires on Addy Striker, his teammate. And Addy Striker will move to the inside, DRS for Pile of Garbage, and he will have that overtake. No problem.
Yep, fresher tires.
Moves
2
through
laps on the top. Kenny, he's 13 seconds now behind Steven there.
quite
In
easily.
P10, sorry. So, yeah, depending on how Steven's pace, and I'll give you a little feedback on there, but there's not enough time. We're on lap 28 now. So, Chenj is going through the S section, Twiggy S section. But Mikhail has to do something now over Freeware as Big Puppy pits. I'm not quite sure Big Puppy's won the box in the last lap, but anyway.
We are.
What can Mikhail do about Freeware?
Maybe he had a drive-through. That's the only thing I can think
Mikhail,
of.
sorry to break the bearer of bad news, but Mikhail's 6 seconds time penalties anyway, so he's going to fall into the clutches of Dick Tucker.
Well, all those drivers are less than so many
Duck
seconds
Lovers.
behind.
Duck Lovers is looking good for a podium.
Does Duck Lovers not have any penalties?
No penalties from Duck Lovers.
That is probably the biggest shock that I've heard. But Duck Lovers doesn't have the DRS. He's weaving all about. Chain the inside line. Trying to make it difficult for Yoda, but Yoda will still make it through easily.
Yeah, I was going to say, Yoda has no penalties as well, so that is an on-track battle. And that is potentially, once again, the final spot on the podium.
As Mikau is fighting with Freeware will try to get past on track, even if it doesn't matter. He'll have one last opportunity. Overtake is on. I'm sure he's on Rich as well. Wash is just a touch wide.
And Pile of Garbage is up into the podium positions as well.
I do not know what happened there. How did he get past?
And not to mention that there's a lot of penalties ahead of him. So Pile of Garbage is going to finish better than P10.
And so Chen is through. Mikau jumps freeware. Dick Tucker jumps both of them. Yoda. Duck Lovers all the way to the top. First place for Duck Lovers. That a shocking victory.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I don't know if that might be a bug in the game. I find that hard to believe. Seamus up into 5th.
Yeah.
Let's see where Pile of Garbage turns out. He is P10. He needs less than 8 seconds of penalties difference between Steven.
He will gain, I believe.
But I don't think it will be enough.
Oh, no, it won't. P10.
And P10 will be... We'll see if Addy can steal that away from him. Addy cannot. AJ does. AJ does. And Pile of Garbage. Big Poppy does as well. Pile of Garbage will not get points this race. But
Pile of Garbage did okay, but he only had... Oh, he actually had 18 seconds time towards the end. So he
So-
must have had a lot of unserved drive penalties. That's why.
as MOB, the last driver, bips it on the first lap, reverses over it, and is the final driver to finish. How many penalties did Chenj have? Can you tell?
Change had 0. Duck Lovers had 0.
So there is no way that happened, actually.
Yeah, I think there might be a glitch there because that does seem weird because Chenj, both of those had no penalties. So
That
I don't.
had
quite
to
sure what
be
happened.
that had to be a bug in the game. I think Chenj is the winner for sure.
Chenj probably should have won that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I will try to report and export all the information I have.
If you could
from
get
the
information, if you get that information for me quickly, we will hopefully sort that out here in the next few minutes.
It's going to be just raw data, but
that's fine.
My computer's still showing Duck Lovers has won the race. However, it's showing him as a best lap as 0.29 seconds, which we know is impossible. So there is some telemetry information errors.
All
And
right.
You can see there too. They had no penalties there from Chenj. You can see no time penalties have been added.
Yeah. So
So yeah.
interesting. It says there's a minute 17.
Either way, congratulations.
Yeah.
If one or the other won, they still are going to be P1 and P2 on the podium.
I don't think so. I think Duck Lovers will be further back down the order, but we will check that.
No, he won't
after
because
the
Dick
race.
Tucker, Mikal, and Samus all had time penalties.
All right. Regardless, top 10, Sherlock, Homeboy, 29 seconds. Pile of Garbage with 18 seconds of penalties. Not really clean driving from them. And, well, it is what it is. Addy Striker with 26. We have some drivers here with a bucket load of time penalties. There will be an inquiry on the race finish. Looks like there were some issues with the final timing. But there is the race. 2 safety cars near the end made the finish quite exciting.
And just quickly there too, Vega, your thoughts on if you're still here? Your thoughts on Pile of Garbage's race?
Yeah, I think Pile of Garbage had a really good race there at the start, starting out in P6. Unfortunately, he got tangled up in the midfield. It looked like there was contact and had to pit prematurely and go for that 3-stop strategy. But it seems like the whole field sort of had a high stop strategy. We thought it might be a 1-stopper going in and saw lots of 2s, 3s, 4s, and even a 5-stopper. So,
indeed.
All right, thank you very much.
Well,
So we're going to go to the driver interviews in a minute, Jen.
all right.
Welcome
Well, thank you.
to
Thank you so much for joining, Vega. Appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and we will be back in one moment with the interviews. Thank you.
thanks for having me.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, we are joined here in the interviews by Chenj. I'm pretty sure you won the race. A bit of a
Yeah.
bug there with the game. We've seen a few of those so far this season, but you didn't have any penalties. You crossed the line, first place. Good race. Good race from you. How the safety cars, did that really affect you all that much?
Not really that much. Like the safety cars, they were kind of annoying, obviously, because I wanted to race and extend my gap in case I got a penalty. But I went on Sauce first safety car and got a good restart, pulled like a gap, and then there was another safety car, did the same thing, pulled a gap like on the restart. So yeah, it was a pretty boring race for me, especially since Mika qualied. He didn't qualify on purpose.
Oh, was that on purpose? He's confident in his lead. I guess he might be. I think
Yeah,
it's. Sorry, go ahead.
he probably, I don't know if he won the championship, but he's definitely going to. There's no way.
Yeah, I think with
that he
that
won't.
finish, that will probably seal the deal for him. All right. Well, let me pull up the standings here. I believe you were tied with Freeware for second place. That will move you up past him with 2 races to go, and
Yep.
that should be a fun battle between you two toward the end of the season. But yes, Mikau will wrap up the championship, driver championship, with today's performance. Congratulations on your win today, and best of luck rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. Pile of garbage. Since you're in here, there's a bit of a interesting. We'll see how it all kind of comes out the very end. But
Yeah.
a bit of a. You had to pit there. Did you pick up some damage near the end of the?
So yeah, that
race?
was a crazy race for me. Lap 1, turn 1. I was in a car sandwich and I was the middle, and picked. I think I lost my front right end plate, and then there was immediately a safety car, and I wasn't really able to gauge how much downforce I actually lost, so I didn't pit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was pretty clear on the first lap after the safety car went in that I was gonna have to, do something about the damage. So I rode out the softs for a little bit, pitted, changed my wing and went on to the mediums. My plan was to do a 2-stop and hope for another safety car, which did end up happening. And then I don't know what was going on during those safety cars, but people were like slamming on the brakes and basically stopping on the racing line, and I picked up, I think it was like 25 seconds or something of penalties.
Mm.
I got 1 penalty for corner cutting, but I don't know, the other penalties I'm gonna have to look at them, and the stewards will have some work to do, that's for sure.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate news for the stewards watching this. They will have a lot of calculating with. Better get their calculators out for sure. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see how it all turns out at the end. Obviously, we'll have to figure out, with all those time penalties and the lobby issues, how that comes out. But we have Hanoi next week. That is going to be a tough
Yeah.
circuit for sure. Any thoughts?
Yep. You know what? I'm just gonna send it. Try and get some points.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
good racing today, and best of luck next week.
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out to all my fans watching, Bailey, Keith, my mom, Jen, Ben, Den, all of them. Thanks for coming
And
out,
your
guys.
girlfriend. Don't forget your girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, that's Bailey.
That's it. But
Yeah.
by the way, I'll have to admit this. I thought number one fan was your mother. I do not know. I do not know
Number
why.
1 fan is my mother, and then I would say Bailey number 2, probably Keith number 3. Keith is also Viga, who was
Okay.
jumped into the
No,
commentator.
no, I
Yeah,
meant
great job too, by the
I
way.
meant the guy in the name the Twitch profile name.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Is
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I thought it was your brother, but that's not who joined. I didn't think.
You
Well,
know
look-
what? They actually share accounts.
Ah!
Yeah.
I've been
Well,
see.
pile of
I
garbage.
I'll
we-
have yeah.
We really appreciate the fan boost and everybody watching on
Yeah.
Twitch and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
no.
yeah, you bring entertainment, and all your fans bring entertainment. Keep up the great work. Thank
That's
you.
great.
All right.
Thanks for having
Take
me.
care. All right. Yeah. Well, we have one more interview with Seamus here.
What's
Seamus,
going on?
Seamless. It is.
am I pronouncing that? It's Seamus, right?
Yeah, Seamus.
Good. I had to correct Biggles here several times during the race. He kept
Sorry, bro.
he kept on refusing to listen to a good pronunciation. But
No, it's all good.
once again, pretty good. Things got a bit messed up there at the end, but you still had a pretty
Yeah.
good race. All things said, top 2, top 10 finishes.
Yeah, it was interesting. I have been so used to running 25% races with friends that when I went in for my first pit stop, I was like, "Oh, I see an 8 there, so it's only 18 laps. I only got 4 laps to go. I'm just going to switch to the softs."
Yep.
And I came out and I was like, "Wait a second. I need a safety car." And sure enough, like 3, 4 laps later, safety car came out, so I went back into the pits, put the mediums on, and I know that there's a 5-second penalty I'll have to dispute during the first safety car. Synth
Yep.
and the game said that we touched, but I didn't feel anything in my wheel, and he says he didn't touch me. So
Yep.
I don't. I'm gonna put it in because I know that there was a ton of issues with safety car stuff. So
Yep.
just want to make sure that I'm putting in as much time as I can.
For
But I
sure.
honestly raced a pretty good race. Towards the end there, those last 3 laps, I think I had 3 or 4 overtakes.
Yes, you fought your way up the field pretty well there at the end.
Yeah, those fresh mediums were really nice, especially when people were still on their old softs and old hards.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Well, congratulations. Yeah, that's really unfortunate with the whole lobby issues. I don't know why, if it was Codemasters or what it was.
Yeah.
I think the first lobby issue was Steam because Steam went down for a number of us.
Gotcha.
But that's hopefully we'll get that figured out for the next few weeks. Hanoi, I know you've been practicing Hanoi, I think, but
A little bit.
you ready? You think you can do well?
I think it'll probably be a last-second decision on, I think Saturday is when A1 races, or Sunday, or
Yep,
I can't remember.
Saturday.
Yeah, so it'll be a last-second decision if I feel comfortable on it. I have another casual league that I gotta practice Bahrain for tomorrow night. So depends on how much I get done Saturday, but it'll be interesting if I go and race there. That's for sure. I have very little experience, but just as a shout out for people, if there are any drivers listening, hey, little advice on the safety car: don't drive right behind people. You don't need a slipstream. It's the safety car. Drive to the left or the right. That way, if someone brakes really hard, you got time to stop, and then you can just give the position back if you accidentally overtake them.
Yep,
You have time to give the position back, left and right, stagger it, real easy.
that's good advice.
Cool.
Thanks for your time and good luck.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much.
Yep.
Sorry about your pronunciations. I will get it right one day.
It's all good. It's
Yeah.
it's confusing because it's not
Yeah.
spelled the way it is in like.
Look,
Is
I'm an
it-
Australian, okay, so I have a trump card. We don't pronounce English correctly at
Yeah,
all.
it's not spelled the British English way you would spell it. It's spelled the traditional Irish way, which confuses everybody. So.
All right.
Gaelic.
Well, thank you.
I speak a Gaelic. All right.
Alrighty, guys.
All
Have
right.
a good night, guys.
Yep. Take care.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that is the end of the race. Won't be able to interview as many people. Sorry, Dick Tucker, with the lobby issues. We want to end the stream sooner rather than later. One last thing, I was under the impression that Pile of Garbage #1 fan was his mother, which was really the main reason. I will say. I think Vega pulled a little fast one on us in the commentary booth, getting in here. But we of course enjoyed having him. But if Pile of Garbage's number one other fan wants to join the booth at some point, we'll be happy to have her as well. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for your patience today through the technical issues that we had early on. But that is the Drivers' Championship wrapped up for A2. Mikau is the Assist 2 winner for Season 1 of LOR. Congratulations to him. The next 2 positions are still up to grab between Freeware and Chenge, and obviously the Constructors' Championship still has plenty to race for. Beyond that, we will be back Saturday for Assist 1 at Hanoi in Vietnam. That will be something of a race. It's a tough track and tight track, and the drivers first time driving there in a league race. It could be bloody. The safety car driver might need to rest up this week in preparation for that. Hopefully not, but we shall see. Beyond that, Tuesday, we'll also be back with non-assist in Hanoi. That will be much watch for sure. That championship is coming down to the wire. FST Ize has a good stranglehold on that for the moment, but needs a few more points before the end of the season. Beyond that, make sure to stay tuned for Season 2 starting September 1st, and we will be back again on Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the outro music, and take care.